Hey guys, today the tutorial I have for you is a transparent header that on scroll becomes a different color, and this is kind of something that was done previously in Divi with a little bit of code anyway, but it's been made a little more difficult with the theme builder in Divi 4.0. But now what I have for you is the whole code that you can just pop right in. It should work and should be pretty handy to give us one of the effects that a lot of people really are looking for. So let's just get over to it right now. So what we see here is was one of the layouts that has been in Divi for a long time. I just popped it into this page to kind of show you what is happening. So we go to it, and here's our menu. As you can see, this came into blue. That was actually the Divi layout. You could change that to whatever you want. So as you can see, this header at the moment is over top of the actual background, whatever that may be. It is fixed, so as you scroll down, you're going to see it change, then come back up, change, and come back down, change. This is a very simple header, just a few minutes, so it's not as much the header style or look that I'm doing in this tutorial. You should be able to make pretty much whatever type of header you want, as long as it can be transparent, like a logo. And you can see this has some of the social media icons and a random button. Obviously these don't do much. You would make much better buttons and stuff here. And then your menu. When it comes down, what I have, or when you scroll down, is at 100 pixels is what that is. It changes, and it has a transition from transparent to white on this one, and I put a box shadow in this, so it looks like there's a little pops a little bit. And then also what I have in here is that the text, as you see, is white right now. It goes to black, because if you have it white and it stays white, it's just got to disappear. You won't be able to see it. Other than that, okay, and also I had to mess with these a little bit so it wasn't disappearing as well. But that's what I got for you here, and you should be able to use it with most any styling you do. So I'll just go in real quick, show you how this works. So we are going to go into the theme builder, and we are either going to add a new template. We can put it to our default website template. I have it just on one specific page, as this is my examples and tutorials type page. So I have it right here on my transparent to white menu page, which is this right here. So again, we just go into that. I've already made this. We can kind of add what we want into it. As you can see, the actual menu at the moment is not showing, and that's because we have it white. If we did it a different color, we would actually be able to see it. It would change on there. Menu text, let's just do it, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to see with that other one on there. Let's just do it a green. Oh, that's the active link. So that is not correct at all. Menu text color. Sorry, wrong one. There you go. We have the green. And if we actually went here, we could put that in. And now it would actually be green on here. And then it changes to black. So you can mess with that kind of stuff. You could actually do it just to see your menu on here if you wanted to, because if it is white, if you do have white text, it is going to not be white on here. So again, we could change some things if we wanted to add a, I don't know, there's trying to think of something to add here. We could go in and email opt-in. No, that wouldn't really work. Trying to find something small, but if you understand how to use Divi, you can understand how to use this. You can put whatever you want in this new Divi 4.0. Like I said, it's really not a Divi. It's not really showing you what's in Divi. So how does it become like this? I mean, it all looks like just, man, there's nothing here. Well, what is one of the great modules within Divi is the code module. So to really see it, you sometimes might be able to find it and click on it here, but the best place to go is right here down to your three dots, boom, and then you go here, and really you could just go put a code module in, type whatever you wanted in the code module, and that would just be, it looks just like this right here. You can add that. I do have one already added. So actually, one of the things I use all the time, which hopefully you know what it is, but it's kind of like the older backend builder, is this wireframe view. We go to that and you can see there's actually a code module. Code modules are transparent, or essentially they're not showing anything. So that's why it looks, you don't really see it. But there it is. We can get the settings. And here's all the code, and you'll see this within the tutorial on my page. If you go to my page, or if you were sent to this video from my page, you will see that the code doesn't have to be changed. It should work as is, unless you have some other customized stuff. Then it might be different. I can probably help you with that if you need. One of the nice things, if you don't know this also, if you have the code setting here, because it's hard to click that code, you can always not press the green button and just go back here down at the bottom and press on that. And now you can actually change it with this right here. And the ones I'll show you that really can be changed, you could change whatever you want in here, add to it. I don't really care. But if you're not a big code person, you may not know how to do it, or it's not really code, it's markup, or styling, I guess. With the CSS, basically, first one I'll talk about here in this is this transition, and you'll see it here, and you will see it right here. It's set to 350 milliseconds. What happens is that is it changing this time when you go down, it changing from the transparent to the white. If you wanted it shorter, sorry, that was my phone. If you wanted a shorter time, then you could turn that off actually. You could, if you wanted a shorter time here, sorry, that got me all messed up. A shorter time transition here, you could actually lower this number from 350 to whatever you want. 0 would essentially be as soon as you scroll down. I like the little change here. It's kind of subtle. If you wanted to take longer, you could increase those numbers from 350 to whatever you wanted to. 1000 ms means 1 second, so it would take a second to transition. That's how the milliseconds works. And you'd want to make both of these ones, as this one right here is the background change, and this one right here is actually the color of the font changing. So you probably want to change at the same speed, so you probably want to keep that the same. You could do it different if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't really recommend that. Coming down here a little bit, the margin top, this might be the most confusing part of it. On a single post, if you have it just this would be just the blog post. Let's say you're using this header on a blog post and you have it essentially a not styled single blog post. Now with the Divi builder, you can make cool kind of blog posts much easier, but if you just left it just regular Divi, if you don't have this in here, at least for this exact header, it'll kind of come up and overlap or be in a weird place and not look right. So this just moves the page down a little bit, down 150 pixels, which should be around the size of this. You can play with that if it's not looking great. And again, this is only for the single blog post, this code right here. So it can go up and down from there. And you may have to mess with it with whatever header you've made to make the look. The other stuff here is we have background, white. Always keep the important on it when you do it, but this white can be changed if you wanted blue. That one's already blue, so let's go with red. You can do a red, or you can actually do hex codes here or RGB. Those are actually better. This is just quicker. So that one, and then this one as well. This is just kind of for mobile. I'd probably keep these two the same. So we'll go ahead and save that and just show you. It'll look very terrible, I think, but as you can see, it now goes to red, but the font stays at that black. Okay, so let's go back to our code. And that was getting to the color. The box shadow, you can change that if you want. I think it looks pretty decent. This color right here, this is going to be the color of the font when it on scroll. So when it changes, we could do, again, not a green, pink. And this will look, again, super terrible. But it'll work. Let's see. So now you can see it's actually more of a white. It looks kind of white on there, but it's kind of pinkish. And then the other code. Let's see what else we got here that you may want to change. The last code you may want to change is this right here. This 100 is how far down the screen it's going to go before it starts scrolling. Or sorry, how far down the screen we are scrolling before it starts changing to that other color. So say we put 1,000, that would be 1,000 pixels. I'll just show you that. We'll save it. That should be saved. Okay, so we're at 0 right here. It doesn't go down, so as you can see, it takes a while, and then it finally does it. So 100 might be good. You could put it at 0 if you really, or you wouldn't want to do 0 because that would be before it scrolls, I believe. But you could put it 1 if it's exactly as soon as it goes down. I think 100 is pretty good there. 100 seems to be pretty decent. So yeah, that's the main thing that you may want to change. I think most of the other stuff you'll probably want to keep where it is. I'm going to change these back real quick, just so I can show you how easy this really is. This is the this was actually black, but the hex code of 0000 6 zeros if I mess that up. Other than that, we have one more. We'll do this white again, if I can spell it correctly. And yeah, so I mean, that is really the extent of this. There's not much more to it. If you have any more questions or it's not working for your setup, let me know. and I can see if I can figure it out. We'll go ahead and put our active or our menu text color back to white as well, and you can see. So some of the things you can do already. Oh, one of the other things is, which I didn't touch on before, in my post, my blog post, PA Creative is the one who actually brought up this transparent header, and just the transparent header part, just to make it transparent in the beginning, you want to go to your section settings. I would make this one section. You can use a bunch of different rows if you want, with what you want in there, but I probably keep it to one section. And then your background right here, it'll be background color, and then transparent. You could either use like white, and then let's see, and then turn it all the way down to 0. It doesn't really matter, but you can use this transparent right here. That will work. That's what's actually going to make it transparent, and then the other code actually changes it on scroll. If you see some things like a row or different modules that are different colors, a block, you might want to make their backgrounds here transparent as well. I don't have any, didn't seem to be an issue. Let's see if like this one, no, so I didn't even add background colors, they're just transparent as they are. Or a row you might want to make transparent, but if it works, it works. You probably don't have to. So yeah, that's basically everything I've got for you today. Take a look at our website or blog post. We try to get out some tutorials to help you guys out, especially right now as the headers are the big ones. People are looking for a lot of different things with the headers, so hopefully that helps you guys. Yeah, hope you have a great day, great week. Thanks. Bye.